Welcome back to another video. So guys, what is happening to Julius Malema is actually very sad. The issue of illegal immigration, there's been a lot of back and forth on Twitter about illegal immigrants. This started after Miss SA and Julius Malema. Julius Malema is simply bashed because he was defending Africans, and now they are turning on him and they are showing him true colors. I don't know what Julius Malema's response will be to all of this, but I just hope that he really learns a big lessons. For continue, please do me a favor, do not forget to subscribe for more test updates. So guys, the attacks on Julius Malema started after the ZANU PF in Zimbabwe, responded to him, trying to fight for the youth of Zimbabwe and all the injustices that are currently happening in Zimbabwe. So you guys know that Julius Malema is not only about South Africans, but the whole Africa as a whole. As long as South Africans, are suffering, it concerns Julius Malema. So sometimes when you are a very good person, it just comes at expense of your own sacrifice. So like I really understand why they are attacking Julius Malema. Some of these countries like Zimbabwe, Nigeria, the reason that they are attacking, Julius Malema is because of the behavior of South Africans. For instance, in Zimbabwe, most of the youth and everyone are currently suffering, and Julius Malema, because he is the voice of Africans and his voice is always heard, they were really deeply offended by Julius Malema. The ZANU PF responded to Julius Malema because they know that everything that Julius Malema says, will be heard and will make sure that Zimbabwean government of Mnangagwa and the ZANU PF pays. So that's why they told Julius Malema to mind his own business. Listen to what ZANU PF said to Julius Malema. Christopher Mutsangwa of ZANU PF said, "Now, to get Malema from South Africa coming from Norway talking about succession in Zimbabwe, Julius Malema never properly went to school. He propounds big theories about how Zimbabwe should be run as if it is his own country. At age 43, he's no longer a youth." So this guy from the ZANU PF was really deeply offended. If you guys don't know, in Zimbabwe, if you are a journalist or voicing your concerns about the injustices in Zimbabwe, you will be sentenced to prison. So it's not as free as South Africa, where you can just say anything. Free speech is not really allowed in Zimbabwe like in South Africa. So guys, we are very privileged to be having a democracy. So countries like Zimbabwe are really suffering, and those big politicians who are running the government, they will make sure that they attack anyone who tries to point out the hypocrisy and injustices. So I understand why Julius Malema is being attacked by the ZANU PF. Now, he didn't end there. He further went on attacking Malema and said he has just been in an elections. He comes third for a party which broke away from the ANC. Julius Malema comes third from the MK party of Jacob Zuma, a party which is hardly 6 months. It's clear that his pseudo-revolutionary message in South Africa has come to an end. Christopher Mutsangwa, Minister of Information, Publicity and Broadcasting Services of Zimbabwe. The fact that he mentioned that Julius Malema came third was because he was fighting for his people, the Zimbabwean people, all Africans. South Africans, guys, undeniably loves Julius Malema, but his ideologies on illegal immigrants, the policies of illegal immigrants, that's what they have a problem with. That's where they go wrong with Julius Malema. So the fact that he went third and MK went above him was because he was fighting for illegal immigrants. So guys, I feel like some other countries are just so ungrateful, guys. I just hope that most Zimbabweans don't feel the way that this gentleman, this leader of, ZANU PF feels, because it will just be showing that Julius Malema's hard work is just going for nothing, guys. Julius Malema is really having a tough year, guys. With this also with this whole Miss SA saga, they were accusing South Africa of being xenophobic and everything. They have been calling out Julius Malema, saying that he's a hypocrite. His people are attacking Nigerians. There were a whole lot of countries which were attacking Julius Malema and South Africans. And which got us thinking that Do these people not see what Julius Malema is doing? South Africans are actually not xenophobic as they claim. South Africans just hate, letting other countries, doing as they please in their own country. We cannot just let them get away with crime. That's one thing for sure. And I feel like when it comes to this illegal immigration or immigration policies, Zimbabweans are hardly attacked like the way Nigerians are. Nigerians, guys, in this country have messed up a lot, drug, human traffickings. So these are one of the reasons why South Africans are voicing out their concerns about the things that are happening. They just do as they please. So a military camp was also formed in this country, and now they expect South Africans to keep quiet. A military camp by foreigners, guys. No, this is just getting out of hand. And Julius Malema right now is what we call getting taste of your own medicine. Now they are just showing him their true colors. I wonder if he will just keep on, defending these illegal immigrants. Because now they are just busy, doing as they please. When it suits them, they are calling out Julius Malema when they are attacked by South Africans, saying no, 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 no. But now that it doesn't suit them, they are taking Julius Malema and turning on him. They are showing Julius Malema their true colors. They even reminded Julius Malema that he is not Nelson Mandela. He should stop acting like Nelson Mandela. So guys, Julius Malema is really seeing flames. I just hope that Julius Malema, just go and dust himself and realize that this thing of fighting for illegal immigrants is not working out. So I'm gonna read some of the comments and see what people are saying. RAF 2024 continues for Malema. The same people he has sacrificed his SA political career and advocating for are now turning on him, spitting on his face. Seems and like he's going to learn the hard way. You can't win over the world at the expense of your own people. That is actually very true. You cannot win other countries at the expense of your own people. Before you please other countries, firstly start where you come from. Start with your own country. Make sure that the standard needs of the South Africans, are being provided. The borders have been closed. If you want to serve other African countries, make sure you create borders so that other countries do not disrespect South Africans, and make sure that when they come to South Africa, they are documented. Every country must have borders. Even your own house, guys. If you are having a family house, that house is gonna have gates because you are obviously regulated. So if anyone just comes to your house as they please, like what does it mean? So same should apply to our country. Before we please other African countries, we must make sure that our country is gated from other countries. If they want to do business with us, they are more than welcome, but they must do it legally, not illegally, not the other way around. So Julius Malema's logic sometimes is just not understandable. That's why these people are just going all over his head, telling him rubbish. So I'm just gonna read one last comment, see what this guy had to say about the ZANU PF leader. Stop insulting Malema, rude guy. Because of your bad leadership, millions of Zimbabweans are struggling to survive under difficult living conditions in South Africa. You are wearing Emerson's jacket and attacking poor Malema. First, release the 78 political prisoners you put in prison and that 1-year-old child. Poor crap, man. So I guess this comment was responding to that ZANU PF leader who was attacking Julius Malema and mocking him. Even the fact that Julius Malema, went really low below MK party during the elections, not realizing that he went below because he sacrificed his own EFF for Africans. So some people are not really getting it. They are getting it twisted. So leaders like Patriotic Alliance of Gayton McKenzie, they are using this downfall of Julius Malema's EFF as an advantage, to even make it worse for Julius Malema. With this Chidimas, Miss SA, whatever, guys, they made sure that they make it a success, that Miss SA's Chidima, gets kicked out, so that they can get a lot of supporters from South Africans. Because I guess if you are making sure that countries like Nigerians and everything, being called out for whatever frauds are, South Africans are obviously gonna love you because they have noticed that Nigerians are doing more damage to South Africa more than any other countries. That's why they were more happy and excited that Miss SA contestant Chidima, who are now pulled out, was, exposed. Her parents were actually exposed because I'm assuming they were the ones that made sure that Chidima gets illegally, verified as a South African, you know what I'm saying. So Julius Malema, bro, you gotta learn that, before you put your own people first, no one is gonna respect you. Even those other countries, they're not gonna respect you because you are not putting your own people first. So, regardless of how dumb and stupid Gaten McKenzie is, he will always be respected by South Africans because he put them first. Even if he's not educated as you are, Julius Malema, he will be respected because he puts South Africans first. So before you put South African first, no one is gonna respect you. Start with your own township in Seshego in Limpopo, and make sure that you fix everything that is corruption and everything, crime. Make sure you start there and further go to South Africa. Make sure you fix South Africa, then you can go to Africa. The whole world will now recognize you, will recognize your good leadership. That's how you start. Learn from Adama, Burkina Faso. How the whole world is now respecting Adama because what? Because he puts his people first before everyone. So that's how people respect. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Share your thoughts on the comment section below what you think, and do not forget to subscribe for more interesting videos for my channel, and also make sure you ring the notification bell.